Arpeggios don't have to be complicated to sound great, and in this video, I'll prove it. If arpeggios have always felt confusing or impossible to use in real solos, this lesson will solve that for you. We're going to learn a simple two-string arpeggio system that lets you play arpeggios across the neck in multiple positions without memorizing long, awkward shapes. We'll take one easy pattern and move it through octaves diagonally, so you instantly see how arpeggios connect everywhere. And because these shapes are so small, you'll clearly understand the intervals you're playing, so it will be easier to target chord tones and sound intentional when you solo. By the end of this video, you'll have arpeggios you can actually use, not just practice. By the way, if you're just getting started with soloing, make sure to download my free Beginner Soloist Handbook that I've put together. It's packed with all sorts of scales, arpeggios, and reference materials so that you have it all in one place. The link is in the description below, and it includes what we're covering today. Let's define a couple of quick terms. An arpeggio is a broken chord, or another way of saying it is playing the notes of a chord one at a time. The arpeggios we're going to use today will contain the root, the third, the fifth, and the seventh. And we will name each of those chords as we go through the arpeggios. Now all of these arpeggios examples are going to be rooted off of the note A on the 6th string, 5th fret, to keep things simple and in the same basic area of the guitar fretboard. Each arpeggio pattern will contain 4 notes to play, 2 notes on each string. And that is what makes these arpeggios easy to play and easy to memorize. The first arpeggio we're going to cover is the major 7 arpeggio. And this major 7 arpeggio will begin with the 7th right here on the 4th fret of the 6th string. Then we move to the root, which is A in this case. Then onto the 5th string for our major 3rd. It's on the 4th fret. And then the 5th of the arpeggio up here on the 7th fret. So one more time. Then we're simply going to copy and paste what we just did as the octave on the 4th and 3rd strings. So here is the 7, the 1, the root, the 3rd, and the 5th. Then we adjust for the tuning difference of the B string, so you have to shift everything up a half step when you do these sort of patterns. And we're going to play the 7 again, the 1, the 3, and the 5. Altogether we have and of course we can play these backwards too. And I'll resolve it right there to the root. Now that's a great sounding arpeggio and very easy to then use over a 1 or a 4 chord in a major key. 1 and 4 chords in a major key are where the major 7 arpeggio is actually harmonized, so that's why it sounds perfect over those chords. And if you're playing over the 1 and 4 chords, they don't have to be major 7 chords for this major 7 arpeggio to sound great. If you do play this major 7 arpeggio over a basic A major triad, you're just adding a bit more color to the overall sound and it will work great. The next arpeggio we're going to look at is the dominant 7. It's going to include the root, the 3rd, the 5th, and the flat 7. So we'll take our major 7 arpeggio that looked like this, and then we're going to flatten that 7 by 1 fret down here to the G. So now we have a flat 7, the 1, the major 3rd, and the 5th. Then we copy and paste that shape onto the 4th and 3rd strings. We do the same thing up here on the B and E strings, but we adjust for the tuning difference. All together. Now the dominant 7 arpeggio will work perfectly over the 5 chord in a major key. You can also use it in a blues context directly over any dominant 7 chords you're using in a blues progression. So you would play an A dominant 7 arpeggio like we just played over an A7. Third arpeggio we're looking at is the minor 7. We're going to flatten the major 3rd of the dominant 7 that we were playing. So this is the dominant 7. This is our major third. We're going to flat that. So now we have a flat 7, a 1, a flat third, and the 5th. That's a minor 7 arpeggio. Then of course, we play the octaves thereof. Adjust for the tuning difference. All together. Now you can play this arpeggio over the 2, the 3, and the 6 chords in a major key because those are the minor chords. And you can also play it over the 1, 4, and 5 in a natural minor key. The next arpeggio is the minor 7 flat 5. So we're going to take this minor 7 that we just played, and we're going to flat that 5th that's right there. So we end up with the flat 7, the 1, the flat third, and now a flat 5. Copy and paste it. Copy and paste it. All together. Now this arpeggio sounds great over the 7th chord in a major key or the 2 chord in a minor key because that chord is the minor 7 flat 5. It starts out as a diminished chord, but when we add a 7 to it, it becomes the minor 7 flat 5. The last arpeggio is going to be the diminished 7. We're going to take that minor 7 flat 5 and we're going to take the flat 7 and flat it one more time down to that 2nd fret. So now we have a double flat 7, the root, a flat 3rd, and flat 5. And you can see those are just minor 3rd intervals. Then we copy and paste it. Copy and paste it. Now this arpeggio sounds great over a fully diminished chord. It can also be used with a dominant flat 9 chord or over progressions where you want to build a lot of tension before resolving it. Now there are a ton of things you can do with these arpeggios, improvisationally speaking, but the main thing is to get the shapes memorized first, and then you can start practicing them over those appropriate chords. What I would do initially to work on it in an improvisational setting is to simply use the smallest 1 octave arpeggio that you began with. So for instance, this one, and start targeting chord tones over that particular chord. Get used to where those intervals are. Even with very simple patterns like these arpeggios, I don't think it's best to try to use all 3 octaves in your practice sessions. You want to limit yourself to 1 octave, and that will enable you to better listen to the music and get a better feel for the various intervals in each arpeggio. Now if you like the idea of using these simple arpeggios that move diagonally across the fretboard with just copy and pasting, you can do that too with pentatonics and really simplify your pentatonic playing. In fact, I made a video recently on that and you can watch it right here.